We're back with you here on this segment once again. I'm Brother Jamal. This is a special show that we're doing on the YouTube channel. We're just pre-recording this because we could not get my laptop up and running this morning, so I had to do this on the phone. And so we're recording it actually and putting it on YouTube. I apologize for that inconvenience because we usually live stream it where people can catch us and send in questions and whatever else. So I apologize for that. But this is a segment we're doing on the early childhood of Malcolm Little, better known as Malcolm X, El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. He was born in Omaha, Nebraska, May 19th, 1925. And we were just kind of doing a segment on his early years in Omaha, Nebraska, what happened to his father and that whole transition of what they went through. The question that I had asked last week about Malcolm's father, and this is a Black History question, I had asked about the name of the organization that his father was working with. That was one question. And the other question was, what was his job? The name of the organization that Malcolm X's father was working with, and what was his job title with that organization that he was working with. And we had mentioned that. So, as I was saying before we went to a little break, that once Malcolm's father got murdered in Omaha, Nebraska, his family moved out of there and moved to Lansing, Michigan, and that was another transition. The what happened though prior to that, when they threatened to do something to Malcolm's father, that was a threat that the white citizens of Omaha, Nebraska, when they came to Malcolm X's home, Malcolm Little's home, they threatened and told his mother, Malcolm's mother, that this is what's going to happen if your dad continues to keep on doing the kind of work and keep on talking to the black people like he was talking to them and encouraging them to be self-reliant, encouraging them to have their own businesses. And so once the white folks in Omaha, Nebraska got wind of that, they began to they made a visit to Malcolm X's house and told his mother about what was going to happen to her husband, Reverend Earl Little. That was Malcolm's father's name. What was going to happen to him if he continued to keep up the work that he was doing about encouraging the blacks to be self-reliant, not to depend on the whites, to have their own, to grow their own food, have their own businesses. And during that time, they did not like the idea of someone going around telling the blacks and encouraging the blacks to be self-reliant, and the fact that he presented them with an organization, the UNIA organization, that was the founder of that organization was Marcus Mosey Garvey, and they ran a big movement out of New York, Harlem, New York at that particular time. We're talking about the 1920s. So that was a big thing. So as Malcolm's father continued to meet with the people, go to the houses and visit the people, talk to the people, they end up eventually murdering Malcolm Little's father in Omaha, Nebraska. That's what they eventually end up doing. These were the Night Riders, the KKK, whatever you want to call those individuals during that time. That they were all part of that network, and so that's what they end up doing. We decided we would do this Black History segment on YouTube to try, inshallah, try to get the word to our youth to just kind of explain some things to them about the importance of history and some important people in history. We thought we would start off, what better way to start off this would be about the early life and childhood of Malcolm Little. He was born Malcolm Little. His father was Reverend Earl Little in Omaha, Nebraska, May 19, 1925. And so this is what we thought we would do. Our intentions is to, last week we were able to do the show on the laptop, and we were able to live stream it, go through Instagram and go through Facebook. And what it does is sends all of the people who have subscribed to my channel on YouTube, it sends them a notice that we're on live. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can just go Jamal Muhammad /YouTube channel, and anytime we get ready to put on something, do something, you get a live notification. But inshallah, we have to get my laptop back working because I haven't been able to figure out the mechanics of mobile live on my phone yet. If inshallah work on that. If we do, then we'll do it on the phone. Otherwise, we have to try to get to the laptop and do it that way. So I know we said we would go from 12 to 1, but that's kind of the what I wanted to give to you. The question that I have for the young people, for the youth, is that what was the name of the organization that Malcolm's father was working with? What's the name of the organization, and what was his job? 2 questions. Inshallah, you can send those to me on the comment section, and I'll try to get to those and then try to give you some response back next week on that.